Now, the last part of what I want to kind of talk about with this, the wall part, is that the wall never loses. So, a woman's whole game is to try to find the absolute best possible option before she hits her wall. Her wall is that period where, and it hits fast for women because, again, her fertility drops, her looks drop at a certain point, and again, since looks are more important in attracting a man than looks are in attracting a woman, those hit and they hit harder as age continues, and she's competing after these youthful women more and more and more. So when women hit the wall, it's like their first time that they start to go, oh crap, I'm not getting the attention I've always been used to getting. The wall is like kind of panic mode for women because she now goes, shoot, all of this time I spent from 15 to 30, or, obviously it all changes depending on the women, but if she was single from 15 to 30, all of that time she spent dating around, just like having fun, now she's starting to go, oh crap, I am starting to not get the attention I used to. Oh my goodness, guys aren't looking at me the same way as they used to. When she's at a bar or a club or even at the coffee shop, she's seeing women that are prettier than her and younger than her. That is when panic mode sets in, and then she wants to go, crap. She looks around. What guy that is the closest to the perfect man she can get? What guy is around at the time that she can latch onto and get married to before that wall hits? And then she knows that her pickings are going to be slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. Now, the reason this part is so important is that a man should recognize his value and never accept being treated as less. Because I know just from experience now, when it's funny for me, and some guys ask me that have been, been married or dating someone for a while, like some of my buddies, they'll say, like, Adam, is it hard? Like, is it way harder to get younger women? Like, are you even able to get younger women anymore? And to me, right now, it's easier for me to get a woman that is in that 21 to 24. It's funny that her peak phase, simply because the women that are at like 30 or later, a lot of the women, it's just what I find is that they are starting to ask those questions more quickly, like on online dating. What are you looking for? You better take me out for. They're more like, no, you better take me out for a date. They want to set all these rules because now they want to kind of put off that image, like, no, I'm getting serious. I just want a guy to settle down. So she's gonna, like, kind of put on that image of like, well, I'm not easy and all of that, because she's starting to go, crap, I need to hit that next phase of my life. I need to hitch up with a guy because my value is dropping fast. Now, again, this is all stuff going on in the back of the brain. Women that will end up watching this later, if I put this on YouTube, will probably get angry at me for this. But this is just the back of the mind. And it's not fair if guys don't understand this, because if we went back to, okay, I got to remember, I'll come back to this slide, but I want to show you again the lie, okay? If we went back to this and guys believe that, we don't get all this attention, we kind of always believe that women are on this pedestal, women are amazing, women are great, all that. Then what happens is a lot of guys kind of sit on the sidelines, and they will, when a woman at about 30 years old starts to go, oh, I better settle down, I better find this guy, she might latch onto a guy and he's like, oh, I'm so lucky to have her, she's still in her peak and all that. But they're not realizing she's just kind of latching on, is that last ditch effort, and he's not going to get her best. She's not going to give him her best either, because she's going to feel like she's more valuable than him. There's just a lot of psychology behind it, which is sad. But unfortunately, this is what you kind of hear about if you hear of the alpha fucks and the beta bucks. It means that in the whole early phase of women here, women are going around sleeping with the most alpha guys, the top of the top, the six-pack abs, the six-figure. She wants all of the best stuff right here, alpha fucks. And then when she hits this wall part, she's going to go, okay, now I'm going to look for a beta guy that can provide, and I just want his bucks, beta bucks, his dollars and all that. But the problem is, she's not giving this guy, the beta guy, if he just, waits, she's not giving him her best. She's not going to give him the alpha type of sex and all that stuff to just be, straight honest with you guys. So that is why it is so important for us guys to know this, because this last little part is a way for you to understand the wall with my man, Adrian Peterson. I'm a Vikings fan. All right, here on the left, Adrian Peterson, before hitting his wall, teams wanted him and were willing to pay good money. So in sports, there's a wall, right? And it's usually about 30 years old, especially for a running back. When they say like a running back hits 30, they usually think he's going to be done. He's just had too much wear and tear. Think of this analogy, guys. Running back, running up through the hole, he's getting pounded consistently by the biggest, baddest alpha Chad and Tyrones in the NFL. Constantly getting just nailed, hit, tackled, punished. So his body takes all this wear and tear. And so by the age of 30, teams are no longer willing to give a long-term commitment to a man like this at 30 because he's hit his wall. He's only going to lose value from here on out. So if you look over here, Adrian Peterson, now that he is past 30, teams are reluctant to give him a long-term contract. You will not see Adrian Peterson get any more than a 2-year deal. I would almost guarantee it at this point. He's 34 years old because of that wall. Now, think of the long teams understand this. NFL teams, MLB teams, basketball teams understand this, the wall. The long-term contract, think of what I'm relating that to in the dating stage. The long-term contract, women want to use their best running back years, dating around, having all this fun. I can't complain. But it's just the truth of it. They have all these years having all this fun, and then their wall hits, and they want that long-term commitment at 30. And because of feminism pushing, women, you don't need a man. He should be lucky to have you. You're great. You're amazing. You're all that. You deserve nothing but the best. Never settle for less. You see how this messes with women's minds too. And now at 30, when they're really declining, they still think they're at this peak value. And, guys that don't know this get blindsided, and they pay top shelf quality. They commit long-term to a girl that is about to hit her wall, and then they have to live with the rest of that. And so anyway, it's of course there are exceptions. This is my last slide. Exceptions, the wall exceptions to the rule. Frank Gore, 36 years old. He's been amazing since he's came into the league. Guy like Frank Gore is an exception to the typical rule of a running back usually sucking after the age of 30. However, teams still won't give him any type of long contract because his wall will hit any year now. All right, now the lesson here again is that as a man, you are the tortoise. You got to understand that, because it's very easy for us men to feel like we don't deserve a woman, because simply women's value, it's true, are way higher in the early years. So especially if you're a young guy, it's important for you to understand that when you work on yourself, you improve yourself, work on, get that promotion at work, start a business. That's going to help the income and all that stuff. Work on eating healthy, going to the gym. That's going to help with the physical part of that, staying in shape, keeping your body in the best shape possible. When you do stuff like that, your value is going to increase over time. And even if you're later, a lot of guys go, crap, man, I missed all this stuff early on, and now I'm mid 40s, now I'm mid 50s, and now I'm past my wall. But just remember, once you hit 30, your wall does not decrease at all faster than women. Your wall is going to be better over time. So once you make it to 30, it should be smooth sailing. You should really understand your value, not settle for less, not settle for, women not treating you the best. And that is why with all my texts, all my online dating, all that, like I'll have the text, and some guys will message me like, well, she looked like she's interested. I can't believe you. Why didn't you hang out with her? She's not gonna like you. Like you bail on her. Why? You're gonna ruin your shot. Because they're used to still thinking of that pedestal of women, where I'm like, no, I know my value, and I'm 30 right now, and my value is only increasing over time. So therefore, I never care. I don't rush things. I don't force things. And if women want to play into that, they want to play into my life. They want to join my life. They want to be a part of what I have going on in my life, then they can make the effort. And I fully expect them to. And women will do that. Even the women in their peak sexual value, when you understand your value as a man, women will follow your own perception of yourself. It's like uh, when you see your value as a man, that means you have now instilled your value in the world, because women look at you to perceive your value. They look at how you handle yourself. They look at you, how you text her back, all of that. And a guy that knows his value by the way he texts her and all that stuff, she then goes, oh, wow, he's valuable, because she plays off of you. That's like the leader follower role, where a man leads and she just follows that frame. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe. Peace.